Potak's been working on the 6th gen, getting it ready to race now that we got this cool weather coming. So what have you been working on, Potak?
Put the engine back in, found all the missing parts that have been scattered for probably 6 months. Most of them. I had to order some new parts that couldn't find. Put the new intake on. So this engine has a new cam, new heads, new intake. That have race brakes in the back that are a little bit lighter. I don't think there's a whole lot of other things that are really different. Last time out we had the automatic in it, but we only took it out the one time, so we'll get some more shakedown passes basically with the new setup. So hopefully it works good to where we don't have to do a converter swap from what it already has, but we'll find out at the track, I guess, whenever we take it out.
We're gonna be able to fire this puppy up today?
I think we have enough stuff to go and fire it up. We'll make sure we have race gas and should fire up.
I'm ready to see it. So we got the new rotors on here. Got to swap the calipers out, but
oh, and we'll have to get different brake lines. So we'll put some AN lines on it because the new calipers use an 1/8 inch pipe thread in it instead of this banjo bolt, which should be metric, I believe.
So what's the main reason for the brake swap? Weight?
These ones are a little bit lighter. The race brakes that we have on now are like Willwoods, and they're from like a S10 or something. So the old rotors basically weigh like double the weight
Wow,
of
you can definitely see a huge
these
difference
rotors. So you can see just they have normal cooling fins like a street car would have, and these are just a lot lighter for basically more of a race application.
Where we're going, we don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need this weight. Plus the rotating weight is a lot different than static weight on a car, so this will save us quite a bit of weight down the track of rotating weight.
This rear end, just so everybody knows, it's a G-Force 9-inch. Is that correct?
I think so. Jason ordered a bunch of parts and all this stuff showed up and I just put it in. Actually, we had Aikman's Performance put this in for us because we were busy with the blue car at the time, and so they put this in for us. I believe it says G-Force on it. Yeah, there's their sticker. So it's their 9-inch setup and then their half shafts for the 9-inch. It's a really nice setup.
When this car was manual, we were launching this thing at 7,000 RPM. So it was definitely taking it no problem.
It's got a fairly simple suspension other than that. I mean, it's just got bolt-on Viking shocks, adjustable shocks, stock springs still in it, stock spring isolator, stock lower control arm. That's the tow rods and stuff on it. But
Is that the factory sway bar too?
factory sway bar in the back. These bushings, we ordered some from BMR. I don't think they're here yet, but we're going to change the cradle bushings because these things probably flex around a lot. I'm trying to think what else we ordered. Well, we're trying to get some better motor mounts because we have this hydraulic style motor mounts on it. So we're trying to get some lightweight ones that maybe will stop the engine from flexing a little bit. But try to get a drive shaft loop on it. I had some plate here just kind of for safety, but we'll get a better one on it.
Were we able to get new bearings for the front?
He was supposed to call and check on those.
Let me show you guys this. This has bothered me since we built it. So it doesn't spin very freely. I definitely...
This other one.
Yeah, let's take a look over here for comparison.
There's a lot less friction on that one.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it's a lot less than this setup over here. So it's really hard to get this thing to move. It really doesn't want to spin too much. You can see. And it's definitely not the brakes. We've checked that. It's well,
this is the whole Copo assembly. So when we bought these race brakes, they came pre-assembled with the hub and everything. So basically everything here is the same thing that a 6th gen Copo would have on it. And you could even see their little paint marks from when they assembled it. Like these were all completely assembled when we bought it as an assembly, and you just put it on the ball joints and go. Made it kind of convenient, especially for our lack of time to build this car.
And it's got a manual steering rack.
It's the same thing. Copo steering rack, Copo steering shaft, Copo master cylinder. There's a lot of stuff we borrowed from the Copo just because it was already pre-made to where we didn't have to have anything made at like a chassis shop or anything. No fab work really required. It's just a matter of bolting it on and going. It's been like a year and a half since I worked on this car before this, so I'm trying to think of what else we've done. I think it'll be a low 9-second car. I mean, our cars have surprised us before, so we'll see what it does, but I don't.
I'd like it to join the 8 club with the stock bottom end LS3 car.
It'd be awesome, but I just kind of do what the best we can is, and whatever it does is what it does.
Yep, for sure.
You can't just put a number on something and say it's going to happen. You have a goal, of course, but you know, it depends on a lot of factors, and if it's not our day to go 8s, it's not our day to go 8s.
I'd like to put the number 8 on it. It'll be nice to get it out again. It's been sitting here for about a year, so it's time to get it running. Yeah, the last time out was when we ran the 8s with the LS3 setup. Yeah, I think we only did one pass in it with the automatic, right?
One or two. He missed a shift. I don't like the shifter in this car. It's one of those that it's a positive shifter, but you slam it forward from first to second, and then you have to pull a lever to go from second to third.
Yeah.
And sometimes it tries to go past that, so it's real finicky. And I could adjust it to where third is better, but it makes first really not right. So I think we'll just put the same shifter that the blue car has in it, this gen. And it's a lot better setup. Oh, I know what that car does.
All right, well, get the brakes on and hopefully fire this puppy up today. All right, Pojack, so the time has come to fire it up.
We're gonna give it a try.
Nice.
Let's make sure there's fuel in it. We haven't checked it for a while, so hopefully it's still good. Oh, there's like a half a tank.
Oh, she's good. Smells perfect.
We could go to Sonic with this.
Smells,
if the brakes were done.
Smells perfect.
I ordered the brake lines for it.
Oh, okay.
We're putting braided stainless on it. Because the stock one.
Little white, ready to fire back up.
Ready to fire.
Got me excited now.
You gonna go up to the front of it?
Yeah, let me go around to the front.
Here's the throttle body works.
Nope, shut it off. It's leaking fuel. Where? From the fuel rail. Yeah, pretty hardcore. Fuel leak. That's what we're here for.
Well,
the
fuel pump works.
She may just need a tightening or something.
Where's that? Oh shit, that's oh, that's a bad fitting.
Really?
Yeah. I have the hose I used on the dyno, that black one down there. I could just put that on.
Always gotta have a spare.
It's not the right one, but it'll work for now. These O-rings dry out. It has an O-ring right here, so it's a swivel fitting. So we'll just
be right back. Firing up Little White, take 2.
I'm just gonna reach in this time.
Hey, I got one hand on the extinguisher here. We need to go. Yep. Sounds like a monster.
Dang, that's a little bit louder than the last engine.
Yeah. Sounds rowdy.
Oh yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah,
I mean, we ran it on the dyno, so everything's kind of set. The valve lash is set and everything. I might go over it once more before we go racing with it. But made good power on the dyno, so we'll make sure there's no other leaks, and then take it racing one day.
Nice. One day soon, she'll be back on track. Man, my eyes are burning from that fuel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised it fired up. I guess that fuel doesn't has a pretty good shelf life.
Yeah.
That stuff's probably 6 months old.
There it is. Little white back in action and ready for the track almost.
Almost. It's all the fender cover here.
Good old fender cover. Keeping her pretty. We got a couple parts from BMR here or what?
Yeah, let me just see what we got so I can plan out what we're doing next. The rear cradle has bushings on it. So apparently these are inserts that go together somehow. I'll have to read the instructions. But so that, I think it retains the factory bushings still.
Yeah, there's something in that.
And you put these inside to kind of spacer out the bushings. So this looks like it matches there. So I guess you pull the cradle down and put some of these in between somehow maybe. I need to read the instructions.
We got one more package over here.
One more from DMR. Okay, so it's an adapter. These will bolt to the K-member, and these will go through it, and not bolt to the engine.
That's a nice looking piece.
Yeah. I think it cuts half the weight of the engine mount out.
Oh, nice. You already got them installed.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was pretty easy. It says like 2 to 3 hours on the instructions. But apparently
What is that in POTAC time?
that was about 20 minutes of work. About all I have left is just to torque the bolts, and the lockouts are done for the cradle.
So it looks like you're hard to work on the motor mounts, huh?
Yep. I
Or
got one
engine mounts.
engine mounts. I got one done. This is
Oh yeah, much more
new
room.
one. Much
That's
more
way
room.
nicer. Look at that.
Much more room for activities.
Oh yeah, ready to party. Did it feel a lot lighter?
You know, I didn't weigh it. I should weigh one of these before we get too far. Maybe we'll take one over before I put the second one in. I'll take this one and weigh it.
Okay, so I got the two different engine mounts here. The factory one, and I got a little scale set up, zeroed out. Let's see what we got here. 7 pounds. Okay, let's compare it to the aftermarket. .5, so 2.5 pound savings, 5 pound savings total. We'll take it.
All right, POTAC, so the official weigh-in is 2.5 pounds lighter per side.
2.5.
So 5 pounds total weight savings. Well, it looks a lot better and gives you a lot more room anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, I hope it just stops it from flexing around a lot too. Because these things, you could even, it's hard to see, but where that pad is, you might be able to see it on here. You can kind of see that it moves around a lot.
Oh yeah.
You see the contact point.
Oh yeah. Get it more solid in there. Put the power more directly in the tires.
We don't need it to drive like a Cadillac anymore.
No,
Get it to drive like a full-on race
Tractor.
car. A tractor.